voice okay? And if the voice is okay, so we will start today's sharing class about the MPLS, okay? Okay, so if the voice is okay, so we will start today's sharing class about MPLS. So MPLS is a very widely used protocol in our real network, and we all know that in our network, when we try to use the PC, when we use the phone to visit the network, we both have the IP address. So maybe most of us are familiar with the IP address and be familiar with the routing protocol here. And so we know when the device try to forward the packet, it's IP packet, yes? And then the device will forward the, okay, sorry, so can you see my screen? Can you see my screen on the Facebook? Okay, so I'm sorry about this, so give me a second and I try to fix it, okay? Okay, so hello guys. So I'm sorry about this. So our spotoer will both sharing this live class on the Facebook and the YouTube, but unfortunately something is wrong with the Facebook. So give us maybe 5 minutes to fix these problems. Okay, so we can start our today's sharing class. Okay, so maybe on the YouTube the live class is okay, but on the Facebook is wrong, so people can't see my screen. So I can't start my this time sharing class directly. So let us wait for maybe 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So I'm sorry about this. Okay. And so for this time we can talk about the MPLS. So maybe some of you are familiar with this, and maybe some of you want to know about this. Maybe some of you want to know about the MPLS, the function of the MPLS. And after we learn about the MPLS, we can also continue to learn the different technicals based on the MPLS, so such as the MPLS VPN. Yes, maybe most of you have heard about this technical, and also it's very widely used in the ISP technical. It's called the MPLS VPN. And also we have other technical called the MPLS-T. It's also based on the MPLS. And in these two different technicals, all the device will forward the packet according to the label, not according to the IP packet. So maybe most of us are familiar with the IP packet forwarding, just like the OSPF protocol, just like you use the EIGRP protocol to let the routers exchange the route information and establish the routing table. Yes, so when the router receives the routing table, it can forward the packet according to the destination IP address. Yes, so but the biggest difference between the MPLS and the routing table is in the MPLS, when the device tries to forward the IP packet, it will forward it according to the label. So this is the biggest difference. But some of you maybe wants to know, so what's the difference? So first one is the IP packet, and the next one is the label. So what's the difference? So I have the IP packet, so why I need to use the label? Yes, so maybe some of you want to know this. So this class is about the basic knowledge about the MPLS. So this is the basic knowledge, and for this class we need to know about the basic knowledge of the MPLS. Is first one is the why we need to use the MPLS, and also before we learn why we need to use the MPLS, we need to understand the IP forwarding principles, and after this we need to know about the label forwarding principle. So this is the 3 parts of today's sharing class, and we just fixed the Facebook, and so let me try. Can we see the live class on the Facebook? So okay, we're going to start today's sharing class. So, hello guys. So sorry about this. And our Facebook Live is something wrong with our Facebook Live. Maybe someone is in the Facebook Live, so you can't see my screen, and maybe you just can hear my voice. So I'm sorry about this. So in this time, if you want to listen to our today's sharing class, you can visit our SPOTO's YouTube. So you can just visit the SPOTO's YouTube homepage, just search the SPOTO, and you will find our SPOTO's homepage. Then you just click into our homepage, and you will find this time's sharing class. So it's the same with Facebook. So someone, if you are in the Facebook now, I'm sorry about that, you can't see the screen, and I suggest you to visit the YouTube and search the SPOTO here, and then you can see our today's live class. Okay, so I'm sorry about this. And so for the YouTube's customers, and we just start our today's sharing class directly. Okay, so for this part, for this course, we just talk about the MPLS. I just said MPLS is very widely used, and it can be divided into three parts. First one is why MPLS, and second one is the IP forwarding principle, and third one is the label forwarding principle. And so the first question is, when the router receives the IP packet, what will it do? So this is the first question. Maybe some of you are familiar with the routing protocol. So maybe they are familiar with the OSPF. You just finished the configuration about OSPF, and the routers finished to establish the routing table. So some of you maybe told me the router will search the routing table and find the entries that can match the destination address. So just like this, and the router will forward the packet according to the routing table, just like this. But it's not very easy like this. And for the IP packet, we have one principle called the longest matching principle. It's just like this. And for this topology, we have one router here, and this cloud is the internet. We just use it to simulate the internet here. And when the router receives the IP packet, which destination address is 2.2.2.2, it's that just like this. And when the router receives this IP packet, it will search the routing table from up to the bottom. So this is the first step. The router will check the destination address of the IP packet and search the routing table from up to the bottom. Okay, so just like this. And we can see it here, the destination is 2.2.2.2. And so let's do it together. Use the logic and with the destination address and the destination of the routing table. So first one is 0, 0, 0. Actually, it can't match. Yes, it can't match. And this one, and the second one also is it can't match it. And also this one, no, and this one, no. And so we can find for this entry 2.2.0 with the mask length is 24 is okay. Yes. So for this one is okay, but we need to pay attention here. The router can't forward the packet according to this entry directly. Okay, you need to know this. It needs to search the routing table from top to the bottom. It means the router needs to search all the routing table. So it needs to search the next one. We will find this 2.2.2.2 and the mask length is 32. Also, this one can match the destination address, and we need to continue the search. Is this one? No, 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 no. And we will find all the remaining entries cannot match. So according to this routing table, we can find two entries can match the destination address 2.2.2.2 here, and which one the router will forward it according to. So this is the questions, and we can see here we have one principle called the longest mask matching principle. It means which one has a longer mask, it has a higher priority. So this is the principle. So it means the second one with the 32 mask. Yes, this one is longer, so the router will forward it according to these entries. So this is called the longest marching principle, and we can summarize here. When the router receives an IP packet, it will check the destination address of the IP packet, and then it needs to compare the destination address of its all routing entries of its routing table from top to the bottom to find all the entries can match the destination address, and then select one from the destination address with the longest mask. So this is called the longest mask matching principle. Okay, so we need to know this. If the router doesn't have the very strong performance, it will affect the forwarding speed of the IP packet. So, and we can see here, this is the whole process when the routers try to forward the IP packet. So for this process, when the RTA wants to visit RTD here, so the source address is 1.1.1.1 and destination address is 4.4.4.4 here. And so the process is the RTA will forward the packet according to its own routing table. So it means the RTA will search all its routing table and find the destination. Yeah, and find the destination. So the router will select one destination of the routing table with the longest mask to forward this packet. And we can see the packet will be forwarded through this interface and to this RT-base interface with this IP address. So RTI will forward this packet to RTB here, and when RTB receives this packet, it will do the same step. First one, check the destination IP address of the packet, and third one is search the routing table, and the next one is compare the mask length. So the last step is forward the IP packet according to the out interface and the next hop IP address. So RTC will do the same step here. So we can summarize here. The router will forward the IP packet hop by hop. It means each hop device needs to search the routing table, and also it needs to search the routing table from top to bottom, all the routing table, and compare the mask. Okay, so this is the IP packet forwarding principles, and for this one, I use the Wireshark, this software, to capture the IP packet. So it's the IP packet, it's the real IP packet. When you try to send the packet, it looks like this. And we can see for this one is the layer 3, is the network layer. We have the source IP address and the destination IP address. It means when the router try to forward the packet hop by hop, the device needs to forward it according to the IP address. So this is the IP packet forwarding. So the source address and the destination address is the key point here. It means the router will forward it according to this address. Yes, but as we just said, the router needs to select all the routing tables, and so in the early 1990s, so the performance of the router device was not strong. Yes, so the forwarding principle of the IP packet affects the forwarding speed. It means the router needs to search all the routing table, so it will affect the forwarding speed, and we divide the MPLS technical. So the MPLS technical can improve the forwarding speed because it will not forward the packet according to the street address. It will forward it according to the label. So, but no, the device performance is very strong. Yes. So, as you know, some Cisco's switch and routers all have the high performance. So in our in this time's router device has the high performance, and the performance is very strong. So maybe some of you will think the MPLS is not required to speed up the forwarding speed, but the MPLS is still widely used because it supports some other technicals. It means it's the basic technical, and it can support some high level technical. So just as I told you at the beginning, so the MPLS can support the MPLS VPN and the MPLS TE. So it's very useful technical, and it's widely used in the internet server provider. So next, let us learn some basic knowledge about the MPLS. So first thing we need to know is the MPLS protocol will use the label to forward the packet. So we can see here, we compare these two packets here. For this one is the MPLS label, and for this one is the IP packet label. So we can see here, between the layer 2, the data link layer, and the network layer, we add a new header here. It's the MPLS header. So this is the multiple protocol label switching header. This is the MPLS header, and the label is 1026. So this is the label here, and we can see, so this is the MPLS. It can change the packet here by add a new header. It's the MPLS header, and the key point of this header is the label here. So it means the routers will forward the packet according to this field, the label here. So for example here, the same topology with this one here, the same topology, and one RTA tried to visit RT4, this network segment 4.4.4.4, and RTA will send the packet, but different with this IP packet, the RTA will add a label here. This is the out label 1026 between these two layers. So it means that one RTA forward the packet to RTB, it will have a label here is the 1026 here. So this packet will forward to RTB here. So for RTB, when RTB receives this packet, the in label is 1026, okay? And also, when we use the MPLS protocol, the RTB will have a label forwarding table, just like the routing table. The MPLS will have a label forwarding table, but the router doesn't need to search all the MPLS forwarding table. So it means when the router searches the MPLS forwarding table from top to bottom, so if the first one can match the destination, the router can forward it directly. It don't need to forward the packet according to all the forwarding table. It can just directly forward it after the device search one entry can match the destination. Okay, so it means when RTB receives the packet with the label is 1026, and it will search the MPLS forwarding table. So if the in label is this one, so it means the destination address is 4.4.4.4. So this is the unique destination address, and then the router will see the outgoing interface and the next hop address. So the router will forward the packet to RTC, and the router will remove this label and add a new label called 1025. So this is the new label here. And so when RTC receives the IP packet, so RTC will do the same thing, search the label forwarding table. So with the in label is the 1025. So it means the destination is 4.4.4. It's the unique relationship between the label and the destination address. Just one entry can match the label. Okay. So the RTC will find if in label is this one and the destination is 4.4.4.4, it means the out interface is this one and the out next hop is this one. And the RTC will remove the in label and add a new out label is 1024 here. So when RTD receives this label, it will do the same thing. It will find that if the in label is this one, it means this packet is want to visit my 4.4.4.4. So this is the label forwarding. And for this process is the label forwarding. The biggest difference between the label forwarding and the IP packet forwarding is the label forwarding needs the routers forward the packet according to the label, not the IP address. And when the routers try to forward the packet according to the label, it will not need to search all the entries of the forwarding table. It can just search one can match, so the router can forward it directly. So this is the biggest difference. Okay, so we can see here for each router with the destination address, we have the in label and the out label, and we can see for the different between different routers here, between RTB and RTA and RTB, the label is 1026, and between RTB and RTC is 1025, and for this it's 1024. The different in the different process may have the different label. So in the next we need to know how can the router distribute the label. So how can we configure the MPLS? Okay, so for the next one we have two ways to create a label switching path, just like the routing table here. So for the routing table we have the static routing table, and we also have the dynamic routing protocol. Yes. And for the static routing protocol, we just use the command IP route static and to configure the destination IP address and the next hop or the outgoing interface. So this is the static routing protocol. And for the dynamic routing protocol, so it can reduce the disadvantages about the static routing protocol. We know that the static routing protocol it's very hard to configure a very large network to let them communicate with each other, and also the static can't change the routing information automatically. We need to configure it manually. Yes. So for the dynamic routing table, the routers can exchange the routing information automatically, and it can exchange the routing information according to the change of the topology. So this is called the dynamic. And actually for the MPLS, it's very similar with the routing protocol. For the MPLS, if we want to let the routers distribute the label and to let the router establish the MPLS forwarding table, we have two ways. The first one is the static LSP, and the second one is the dynamic LSP. So LSP means the label switch path. It means the label switch path, just like the routing information, the routing table. And so first one, the static, it means the router establishes a forwarding path by manually assign the labels to each routers. So, and for the next one is the dynamic LSP. The forwarding tunnel is dynamically established through the label distributing protocol. And for this protocol, the most widely used in our real network is called the LDP protocol. LDP protocol. So it's called the label distribution protocol. And for the first one, we talk about the static and the dynamic protocol here. For this process, if all these routers want to visit this network segment is the 4.4.4.4, and it means this router need to distribute the level to this one, to this one, to this one. Yes, so just like this. So it means the level will be distributed from RTD to RTA, just like this. And when you try to configure the labels manually, so it means you use the static LSP to assign the label. So one principle is very important, is that downstream inbound label is equal to the upstream outgoing label. So it means when RTA try to visit the network segment, it will check the outgoing label is this one, and the outstream, so this RTA is the outstream and RTD is the downstream, because RTA wants to visit RTD. So this path is the traffic flows, and this path is the label distribution path. Okay, and for this path, it can divide the upstream and the downstream. Sorry, it's the up and this is the down. Okay, so the principle is the out level of the upstream is equal to the downstream of the upstream. So it means the out level here is equal to the in level here. So this is the principle, and it means when the routers want to forward the packet according to the level, you need to ensure this point. So it can make the packet can forward directly. So this point, this one, and this one. You will find the downstream inbound level is equal to the upstream outgoing level. So when you try to configure the level manually, you just need to remember this principle to make sure this one. So if I give you an example, if you configure the wrong level, so maybe this one you configure 20 here. If you configure 20, and when RTA sends the IP packet, the packet will have the level called 19 here, just like this. So when RTB receive this level, and it will search the level forwarding table here. It will search the forwarding table, and it can't find the in level with the 19. Yes, so the RTB can't forward the packet directly. So this one must be 19. You need to make sure the router can search the right in level so that the packet can be forwarded directly. So this is the static configuration, and actually the command of the configuration is not difficult, but if you try to use this way to configure the MPLS network, it will cost a large number of the time, and it's very hard to finish the configuration. So in the real network, we seldom use this way to configure the MPLS. Okay, so we widely use the LDP protocol. This is the dynamic protocol. So just like this one, for the 4 different routers, the first principle is we need to configure the IGP protocol. So maybe the OSPF. So it means you need to let the different routers can communicate with each other. So this is the first step. We need to configure the IGP protocol. And the next step, we need to configure the LDP protocol. It's used to distribute the level. And for this step, if the routers can't communicate with each other, the LDP protocol can't distribute the level. And so we can see the configuration here. The first one is the IPCF. We need to enable the forwarding function of these routers, and for these two protocols is the default configuration. It means you don't need to configure it. For the routers, when it started, it has these two configurations. And for this one, we need to configure the MPLS LDP route ID here. We need to configure it. And for this And for this one, the root ID, just like the root ID in the OSPF protocol, is used to indicate the router in the MPLS. So it means the different routers need to have the different root ID here. And almost we use the root ID with the interface loopback address, IP address. So actually it's the same. So we usually use the loopback 0 to set to the router's root ID. And so the second principle is ensure the LDP root ID is reachable. So these two principles we need to configure it correctly. So first one, we need to let the IDP protocol, the configuration is right, and we need to ensure the different loopback address of these routers can communicate with each other. So this is the two principles, and then we need to enable the MPLS function under the interface. Okay. So this is the configuration of the LDP protocol. So after we configure this LDP protocol, the RTD will assign the label to the RTA automatically. So just like this, RTD will tell RTC your out label to the destination address 4.4.4.4 is 70. Just like this is 70. And when RTC receives the information from RTD, the RTC will continue to tell this information to RTB. It will tell RTB, if you want to go to the network segment 4.4.4.4, you need to use the out label 80, and also the RTB will tell RTA here. So this is the same process. And but if you finish configuration the LDP protocol, when you try to check the MPLS forwarding table, you will find the difference here. The real network is not like this. It's not like this one. It will looks like this one. And we will find here when RTA tries to visit the RTDs, this network segment, the RTA will send the packet to the RTD here, and also if this process, when RTD receives this packet, it will with the label 17. Yes, RTD will receive this packet with the label is 17, and then the RTD will search its label forwarding table and remove the label, and then the RTD need to search the IP forwarding table, and then the RTD can forward it to the right destination address. So we conclude here, this router is the last router. It means the router has the destination network segment. This is the last router. So when the last router receives the MPLS packet, first it needs to check the MPLS forwarding table. And it needs to check the MPLS forwarding table to find the outgoing interface and outgoing next hop address. And if this router is the next router, it will find the network maybe it's directly connected to me. So the router needs to remove the label, and then it will use the IP packet, because when we remove the label is the simple IP packet. So the ITD need to search the destination IP address and then search the IP forwarding table to find the destination. And so this is the last router's process. And so we can conclude here, for the last router is need to do a lot of things. Yes, so first one, remove the label and search the label forwarding table, and then it also need to check the destination IP address and check the IP forwarding table. Okay, so we have a very important function called PHP. It's called the permit hop popping. It's used to reduce the pressure on the last device. So it means when RTA tries to visit the RTD's this network segment, the RTA will send the packet here. So between RTA and RTB, the label is 19 here, and RTB receives it. It will remove the label 19 and add a new label 18 here. So when RTC receives it, it will remove the label 18, but it will not add a new label 3, because this label is the very special label. It's called the POP label. It's the POP label. So it means the RTC is directly connected to the RTD, and so RTC knows the next router is the destination. So RTC wants to reduce the pressure of the last device. So RTC will remove the label. It will directly remove the label. So between RTC and RTD here, this packet is a simple IP packet with no label here. So this is called the PHP function, and when we configure the LDP protocol, so this is the default function. You don't need to configure the PHP. It's the default function about the label distribution protocol. Okay, so this is the LDP protocol, and so actually it's all the knowledge of our today's sharing class. So I'm sorry about this live, something wrong with the Facebook live. So maybe in tomorrow the same time we will do the same live to tell you about the MPLS again. So maybe some of you of the Facebook can't see it clearly or hear it clearly. So so maybe tomorrow we will do the same live class. And so at last about this class, if you missed the live and or you want to follow us to get some new information here, so our SPOTO have the Facebook homepage and the YouTube homepage. So it's very easy to follow us here. So just in the Facebook to search the SPOTO CCIE club here. So you can find us, and don't forget to follow us. And also for the YouTube, you just need to support the SPOTO, and you can find this is our company, and we try to provide you the free live course about the serial class of the CCIE. Mostly it's about the routing and switch, and also we can share you some bring out news about the Cisco. So maybe about some new key points of the update system about the Cisco certification. So don't forget to follow us about our homepage of the Facebook and the YouTube here. And for the first point, I just said we will provide you the free live class here, and also we will provide you some servers about the lab. So we know that before the next year's February 24th, we still have actually 200 days. So if you are familiar with some tracks of the Cisco and you still want to get the Cisco certification, you can contact us and just scan this QR code. So this code is the WhatsApp. The WhatsApp code is our SPOTO's study group. So this group we have different students here. So you can add us, you can join us to find some different students all around the world. So maybe you can ask them some questions, or they can share in some experiments about how to get the CCIE certification. So this is our SPOTO's report here. So it's the date is the last month 24th here, and we can see here we have the first one is the routing switch and the wireless, and this one is the collaboration, and also we have different tracks, exam materials. So if you want to get the CCIE certification, and you can contact us, just scan the QR code to join us. Okay. So that's all for our today's sharing class, and this live class is only on YouTube. And if tomorrow you still want to watch this video, you can remember the same time on the YouTube, on the Facebook, we can do it again. Okay. So that's all for today's sharing class, and thank you.